The program before MK Ultra, before the headlines, before anyone admitted mind control experiments ever existed. There was Project Artichoke, a covert program designed to answer one chilling question. Can the human mind be broken, controlled, and reprogrammed without the subject ever knowing? This was not science fiction. This was not theory. This was real, classified research conducted in secrecy using drugs, hypnosis, isolation, and psychological torture. Tonight, we expose the project that paved the way for everything that followed. Chapter 1. What was Project Artichoke? Project Artichoke was a secret mind control research program launched by the Central Intelligence Agency in the early 1950s. Its objective was brutally simple: to determine whether a human being could be forced to betray secrets, change loyalties, or commit acts against their will. Unlike later programs, Artichoke focused less on research labs and more on field applications, interrogation, coercion, and psychological domination. This was not about healing minds. It was about breaking them. Chapter 2. The fear that started it all. Artichoke was born from cold war paranoia. U.S. intelligence feared that Soviet and Chinese forces had discovered advanced brainwashing techniques capable of turning prisoners into obedient assets. Captured soldiers returning from Korea told disturbing stories of confessions, ideological reversals, altered personalities. Whether exaggerated or not, the fear was enough. The Central Intelligence Agency believed that if the enemy could do it, they had to do it first and better. Chapter 3. Methods of Control. Artichoke explored a wide range of psychological and chemical techniques, including hypnosis, sensory deprivation, extreme isolation, drug-induced confusion, memory disruption. Subjects were often left disoriented, vulnerable, and unaware of what had been done to them. The goal was not just extracting information, but implanting suggestions, altering behavior, and erasing resistance. Chapter 4. Unwilling subjects. Many Artichoke test subjects did not consent. Some were prisoners. Some were foreign nationals. Others were ordinary people caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Records show little concern for long-term psychological damage. Once a subject was deemed compromised, they were simply discarded. No apologies, no accountability. Chapter 5. From Artichoke to MK Ultra. Project Artichoke did not end. It evolved. Its techniques, data, and philosophy were absorbed into what would become MK Ultra, a far larger, more infamous program. Artichoke was the prototype. MK Ultra was the expansion. Everything learned through coercion and experimentation was carried forward, often with even fewer restrictions. Chapter 6. Destroyed Records. When public scrutiny began decades later, the Central Intelligence Agency claimed many Artichoke records had been destroyed. Files were burned, documents shredded, paper trails erased. What remains today is only a fraction of the full program. Enough to confirm it existed, not enough to fully expose it. Chapter 7. Denial and Distance. For years, officials downplayed Artichoke as limited or experimental, but internal memos suggest otherwise. The program was active, it was funded, and it caused real harm. Yet no one was criminally charged. Chapter 8. The Unanswered Question. The most disturbing truth about Project Artichoke is not what we know, it is what we do not. How many subjects were involved? How far did the experiments go? And how much of it continues under different names? Project Artichoke reminds us that secrecy does not protect truth, it protects power. And when fear overrides ethics, human lives become expendable. If this happened once, it can happen again. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in investigations into classified programs, psychological warfare, and hidden history, subscribe to the channel. More episodes are on the way. Until next time, stay curious.